Hi everyone. I was just reading this article um, on Money Report. House passes bill to avoid government shutdown. Senate to vote next. The House passed a bill to fund the government through early next year. The bill needed support from both Republicans and Democrats, a challenge in a deeply divided chamber. The Senate will take up the bill next, where leaders on both sides have signaled support. The House approved a bill Tuesday that would avert a government shutdown, sending the measure next to the Senate, where it is expected to pass. The latter continuing resolution, or CR, will fund parts of the government until January 19th and others until February 2nd. Once it is approved by the Senate, the bill goes to President Joe Biden, who has signaled he is open to signing it. Without funding bill in place that has been passed by both chambers and signed by the president, the government will shut down at 11 p.m. Eastern Time Friday. Talking about this Friday, the 17th. The CR passed in the White House with broad bipartisan support, which it needed, after Republican leaders decided to bring it to the floor under a procedural move that required a two-thirds majority and not a simple majority in order to pass. The final tally was 336 in favor, 95 opposed, with 127 Republicans joining 209 Democrats to pass the bill. But the most surprising figure was how many Republicans broke with party leaders and voted against it. 93 versus just two Democratic nays. For newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson, Republican Louisiana, the bipartisan vote sends an early signal to the Senate and White House that he is willing to reach across the aisle to pass pragmatic legislation when it's necessary. But it could also spell trouble for Johnson within his own caucus. It was just over a month ago that a group of ultra conservatives helped to oust Johnson's predecessor, former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. One of their chief frustrations with McCarthy, they said, was that he didn't take a harder line on spending bills. Under Johnson's two-stage funding exploration plan, certain federal programs like the Food and Drug Administration, military construction, veterans benefits, transportation, housing, urban development, agriculture, energy, and water programs will be funded through January 19th. For everything else, February 2nd would be the cutoff date. Johnson said his novel plan would give the House the time it needs to move full-year agency funding bills through the regular appropriations process. Despite initial reservations, Democrats publicly backed the bill on Tuesday in an effort to avert a shutdown. House Democrats have repeatedly articulated that any continuing resolution must be set at the fiscal year 2023 spending level, be devoid of harmful cuts, and free of extreme right-wing policy writers. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat New York, said in a statement of support. The conservative House Freedom Caucus on Tuesday released a statement opposing the resolution as it contains no spending reductions, no border security, and not a single meaningful win for the American people. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat New York, said if the bill passed, the House, he and Republican Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican Kentucky, would move it swiftly through the Senate. Senate Leader Mitch McConnell and I figured out the best way to get this done quickly, said Schumer. I mean, what do you all think? Do you think that there will be another government shutdown this coming Friday? I mean, you think that they can resolve this before Friday? Do you think the government's actually going to shut down again? Leave your comments and tell me what y'all think. Till then, toodles.